Welcome back to Cap Review. We're here with Siamak, Aram, and Mariam Afshar, both political activists. Thank you again for joining us. Let's talk a little bit more about how older Iranian-Americans who had to leave their country, how they view the atrocities that are happening in their homeland.
For me, my father came, during the revolution. Him and his family, they were fleeing execution. And for years, they kind of just waited, and they were watching, and they were seeing, and they've never been back. Some have not been allowed to, and some of them don't care to go back because they're like, I don't feel like that's my homeland anymore. A government where they are, as I said before, oppressing and killing their own people. And I think now, when even in the 2009 Green Movement, people thought, okay, maybe something's going to happen. But now we're hearing talks from inside of Iran, and even on the outside, people feel that this is different. And as we are seeing, it's become a revolution, that the people of Iran have nothing left to lose. And the older generation, they kind of were at the start of this fight when this regime came into power. And now when you see in the streets of Iran, it's a lot of young people. They've essentially, as my father told me, it's time that we pass on the torch to these young people. And as you see, they have that fire, they have that energy. And the young generation, and as the women, have been leading this movement in Iran.
And, I'd read about Iranian actresses. They're now in jail because they also participated in the protests. They took their hijab off. And then also during the World Cup with the soccer team, who stayed silent during the national anthem. So what kind of message does it send when you have these celebrities or on the world's biggest stage also trying to make a statement?
For me, what we see, as far as these actresses being arrested, and when you look at the people in these prisons, they are innocent. These are people that are students, professors, actresses, singers, rappers, musicians, artists. These are not people that have committed crimes. Their crimes are essentially, this regime says, their occupation, because they came out and spoke against the atrocities that they have committed. And in my opinion, the people that should be behind bars are this regime, this terrorist government that is killing their people. And as far as the World Cup is concerned, a lot of people have different views about what these players have done. When they did leave, a lot of people saw them bowing down to the leader and shaking his hand, and they were kind of disappointed. But them, I guess, not singing the national anthem is a start, but all Iranians are watching, and they're going to see, I guess, what will come of it.
So talk to us more about the protests that you've been organizing in D.C. and the next one that our viewers can also participate in if they'd like.
Yeah, we started organizing these events, demonstrations and marches in D.C. More than 9 weeks ago. Yes. From September 24th. And we couldn't do anything. We came out, we organized this event to chant and to solidarity with people in Iran as the first step. But the other steps is to make aware other countries about what's happening in Iran. Some countries came out and joined accept this revolution, like France, President Macron, and like the Prime Minister of Canada, Trudeau. And we are still waiting for other countries like United States to join us and solidarity with Iranian people. And as a solidarity and support, we mean that we don't want them to deal with with this Islamic regime in Iran. We wanted them to cut the tie in any level with this regime, to not let them kill more people in Iran.
All right. Thank you both so much for being here and for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.